Well, good morning. Welcome to our online service at the Unitarian Congregation of Westchester. I'm Reverend Dan Schatz. My pronouns are he, him, and I have never begun a service this way in my life, but I have to say it is really disappointing to be here with you today. We had expected to be enjoying a chocolate feast. So many of us prepared amazing chocolate treats to share. Now we're just going to have to stay at home and eat them all ourselves. So I guess there are compensations, but I promise you, we will have our chocolate service. It will be in 2 weeks on February 23rd, with, of course, the Feast of Decadent Chocolate to follow. So please put that date on your calendar, February 23rd, in 2 weeks. I especially want to welcome any visitors or guests to our online service this morning. We hope we will have the chance to get to know you. You can say hello in the comments if you're logged in with a Gmail account. You can go to ucwc.org or send us an email if you'd like more information about the congregation or would like to be in touch directly. Unitarian Universalism holds that great good comes from wide diversity. So whoever you are, whomever you love, whatever your heritage, and from wherever your beliefs spring, we are pleased that you are here. Let us walk a while together. Now, we have a very special service this morning. Elements of this service came from a special service that was created last fall by the Unitarian Universalist Association's Central East region as an opening service for a workshop on threats from within, threats from without, care from within. Our guest speakers for this service are Rosemary Bray McNatt, Mariela Perez Simmons, and Jules Taylor, with a brief introduction from UUA President Sofia Betancourt. I was very touched by their words. And I hope that you will find them as meaningful and nurturing as I have. I can honestly tell you, I felt ministered to, which is a real gift. And there's also some guitar music in that service from a very good friend of mine, Shana Eisenberg. So I hope that you will enjoy that. We will save the cards of sharing for next week, although we will put them in connections. As a reminder, please check Connections and our online calendar for announcements and for information about upcoming events. I do want to put people in mind of a few things. In addition to our chocolate celebration coming in 2 weeks on February 23rd, please put Saturday, March 1st on your calendar. That is going to be our stewardship kickoff. It is always a wonderful dinner and an excellent time. And I want to say something, especially to those of you who might not have been here very long, might not be sure whether you're even going to pledge this year because you're very new. I would like to invite you to come as well. It's not a big, heavy hit for money at this dinner. It's about building community. And if you are here, whether you've ever been here online or in person, you are part of our community, and we hope you will join us. So if you want a good time with good folks and some good entertainment, then we hope that you will be there on Saturday, March 1st. Also, remember that we have a memorial service for our beloved member, Inga Leonardos, this coming Saturday, February 15th at 1 p.m. at the congregation. I'd like the chalice. May this light be a beacon, reminding us of our highest ideals and leading us always home. Before I turn things over to Dr. Betancourt and to my colleagues, I want to give us an opportunity to give to our congregation. So we give to our congregation in many ways, but obviously it's one fewer this week since we are online. But you can still mail a check. You can add something to extra to what you would normally pay in your pledge each week, or you can go to ucwc.org/giving and give online. If this is your first time here, if you are our guest, I invite you to allow yourself to be our guest and let this collection pass you by. Our offertory this morning is a brief instrumental. This is a Scottish traditional tune called South Wind. And it came to mind because I think we're all hoping that a south wind will come and bring the springtime soon. As we give to our congregation, I hope all of us will be as generous as possible within our means. We'll now receive our morning offering. For all of these gifts and for all that we give in many ways to all of our communities, we are truly grateful. And now I will turn things over to Sofia Betancourt.
Welcome, beloveds, to Threats from Without, Care from Within. I'm the Reverend Dr. Sofia Betancourt, and it is my privilege to serve as president of your Unitarian Universalist Association. I hope you will allow me to begin by thanking our remarkable staff that is constantly finding new ways to support our congregations, our communities, as we respond to the needs of the day. We are in particularly challenging times, beloveds, as there are tensions around the ideologies, the world views that shape how we live our lives in these communities where we serve and in the nation writ large. The UUA is, of course, aware of threats that come from the political and social environment that we find ourselves in today, and we are determined to partner with you in supporting our congregations, our communities, and leaders such as yourselves that give so much to the investment in our values in the public square and in the possibility of beloved community. These are difficult times, and I know that when we partner together to find solutions, to respond in ways that prioritize our values while still taking seriously the safety of our loved ones and our communities, that together we will find new ways forward. I'm grateful for your time. I'm grateful for the ways that you live our values faithfully in the world. And I'm grateful for the ways we can connect together across congregations, communities, and institutions and respond to the needs of this day. Be heartened, beloveds. I am hopeful whenever I get to witness this many Unitarian Universalists coming together in common cause. We will find our way forward. We will be with our loved ones. And most importantly, we will not be alone.
How to Survive the Apocalypse, a poem by Sean Parker Dennison. First, learn to listen, not only for enemies around corners in hidden places, but for the faint footsteps of hope and the whisper of resistance. Hone your skills, aim your heart toward kindness, and stockpile second chances. Under the weight of destruction, we will need the strong shelter of forgiveness and the deeper wells that give the sweet water of welcome. We have a place for you. When the world ends, we must not add destruction to destruction, not accept a beggar's bargain to fight death with more death. In order to survive the apocalypse, any apocalypse at all, we have to give up the counterfeit currency of self-sufficiency, the mistaken addiction to competition, the lie that the last to die has somehow survived.
Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Mariela. I come to you from Grand Rapids, Michigan today, but I'm originally from Cuba. My ancestors were indigenous of the Caribbean. They were Taino, Arawak people. They were also from West Africa, the Yoruban people, and they were also from Spain. I want to speak to you today about refuge. I'm a refugee in this country. I came to the United States as a refugee in 1995, and the word refuge have been coming up a lot for me over the last few years as I found myself in trauma, living through trauma, surviving trauma day to day. And I realized that I didn't have a place of refuge, that I didn't have a sense of something larger where I could take refuge in. And then one day I started getting the image of a lighthouse. And the image of the lighthouse kept coming up, and I kept visiting the lighthouses here in Michigan. And what I realized was that I had to become a lighthouse to those parts of me that have been traumatized, that felt like they were lost in a stormy sea at night. So I realized that as part of self-leadership, I had to become the kind of leader to my inner parts. I had to create a refuge for them to be able to find their way back. The lighthouse metaphor became to something that I aspired to be. It was my aspiration to become a lighthouse of steady, steady love for any of my parts, or any of my family members, for any member of my community. It's like, how could I show up with steady love to support others? The lighthouse became a metaphor for me to become the keeper of the light and the keeper of the lighthouse. There were many parts that I welcomed in here, parts that again were lost out at sea, parts who were terrified, and I had to learn how to give refuge, how to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest part of the autonomic nervous system that provides a sense of calm and rest and refuge. So I had to learn how to breathe with my belly, because I was doing a lot of shallow breathing. Trauma does that. It changes the physiology in the body, so that we're doing all this shallow breathing, which is causing all kinds of harm to our bodies and our organs. So to provide refuge to my parts, I had to learn how to soothe myself. I had to learn how to take some deep belly breaths in through the nose, and the belly expands out through the nose, and the belly comes back in through the nose, and the belly inflates like a balloon. I had to learn to become calm and steady within, so that I could greet these parts that were traumatized, so I could greet them with steadiness, but also, again, so I could come out into the world and greet others with steadiness, so that I could bring this to my community, to the world that is so needy of my steadiness. To do that, I had to close shop for a while. I had to close my lighthouse for maintenance daily, and I recommend everybody doing that. We do not have to be shining bright every moment. We do not have to be giving hope constantly. We can take time to take care of our vessel. We can take time to come in and cultivate that steadiness that can give refuge to others. When someone comes to your door, they have seen the light and they come to your refuge. And again, I'm talking about your inner parts, I'm talking about your family members, I'm talking about your community, I'm talking about your congregations. We have to assess what the parts need. Some parts need protection. Like some bodies literally need to curl up. And so how can we create spaces in our house, in our houses of worship, in our communities, cozy spaces where people can feel refuge? How can we provide nourishment? Almost every part likes tea, the warmth of the tea, and almost all the parts like tapping, a little bit of tapping on your head. This is called emotional freedom technique. You can really, really, really release a lot of the energy that is stored, that is bothering you within, by doing tapping. You can search this emotional freedom technique. It frees you. It creates an inner environment that feels like shelter. It creates an inner environment that feels like refuge. And so the idea is, how can we cultivate these practices? How can we teach them to others? How can we become grounded in love, in steadiness, in safety. The nervous system is all about safety. Our wounded parts inside of ourselves and in our communities need safety. And so we gotta think about that. Refuge is about safety and feeling safe and connection and bonding. To me, what brings me hope is that our nervous systems were designed for times such as this. Our nervous systems have the capacity to heal themselves. We just need to give the body what it needs. We just need to, first and foremost, listen to the body. I love to listen to the soft animal of my body who tells me that it's at capacity or how much capacity it has for doing which chore. So when I listen to my body, to the soft animal of my body, when I care for the soft animal of my body, when I listen to its wisdom, that gives me hope because it leads me into a place of sustainability and resilience. My ego will push and push and push. My ego will want to go save the whole entire world because my heart is big. But I need to listen to my body. I need to go with the intelligence and the wisdom of my body, which is the intelligence and the wisdom of Mama Nature, of Mother Nature. So if you don't have a lighthouse, I recommend a rock, something heavy, something steady, something that can ground you, something that can give you hope. What do you believe in? What can you hold on to for certain, for sure? All of this is what I believe we need to face the troubles that are at our door, worldwide, personally, everywhere. We need to remember to work with nature, to give the body what it needs. Long, deep breath, warm tea, beauty, community, nourishment, validation. Our bodies are exhausted and we can say, that makes sense. It makes sense you're exhausted. Our bodies are grieving and we can say, it makes sense that you're grieving. There is so much pain. There's been so much lost. We can grieve. Around here, I say that what is not expressed is depressed. And so when I become a lighthouse, or when I have something to believe in, when I have something to ground me, it allows me to express that, because whatever I can express is not bigger than that, which brings me hope, which gives me faith. That one thing I know I can depend on. I wish you beauty. I wish you peace. I wish you moments where you can close your lighthouse for maintenance, where you can come within and cultivate the light that you can bring out into the world. A steady, 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 loving energy.
May nothing evil cross this door, and may ill fortune never pry about these windows. May the roar and rain go by. By faith made strong, the rafters will withstand the battering of the storm. This hearth, though all the world go chill, will keep you warm. Peace shall walk softly through these rooms, touching our lips with holy wine, till every casual corner blooms into a shrine. With laughter drown the raucous shout, and though these sheltering walls are thin, may they be strong to keep hate out and hold love in. The last 15, 16 years now, a copy of those words, that's the lyrics to May Nothing Evil Cross This Door, a copy of those words is hung in the entryway to whatever house or apartment I've lived in. It's a prayer, a blessing. I've always really loved this hymn, but we know this song isn't about a house, or at least it's not just about a house or just about a house of worship, right? It's about community. It's about our communities, which seemed fitting as a worship theme to start this workshop, right? So this hymn begins with a prayer of protection. May nothing evil cross this door, and may ill fortune never pry about these windows. May the roar and rain go by. It's a plea for security. Please keep us safe. Now the next stanza then starts talking about infrastructure, the rafters, the hearth. So bad weather is going to happen. Storms that crash down on the roof, they're part of life. In this structure, though, the strength, what it takes to keep the roof on, strength comes from faith. Now, there is a definition of faith I really like. That which allows you to accept that which you cannot understand. Collective, the community, the work of love, that's what it is for me. And that faith will fortify rafters to withstand any storm. And don't forget, of course, about the hearth. The heart of the home, that heart that holds and comforts, that envelops us when the outside world is cold, this is a place of refuge. Now that third stanza, it moves, walking, touching, blooming, and it's peace. Peace is active. There's motion, not static. That active peace, that action from groundedness brings holy wine, brings communion, brings connections, so that even the most casual encounter is sacred. Now we get to the last stanza, which opens with laughter drown the raucous shout. What a shift from a plea for safety, right? Moving verse upon verse, growing encounter to encounter, engaging. This holy community brings forth laughter, energy, joy. What drowns the raucous shout out is not righteous indignation. It's not clever wordplay. It's not Robert's rules. It's laughter. Now, deep laughter takes vulnerability, mixed with confidence, a little delight, sprinkled with surprise. And it creates palpable energy, so big it doesn't matter how thin the walls are, with strength that comes from faith, sustenance from the warmth of community, peace in motion, blessing, and engaging, recognizing every counter is sacred, joy so big that it overcomes the outside noise. See, that is love in action. And you know what? Hate doesn't stand a chance. I love this hymn. Except for that last line. That last line. May they be strong to keep hate out and hold love in. It's actually the last three words. Hold love in? No, I totally disagree. 100% theologically wrong. But I get the temptation, right? When things are hard out there, storms been knocking you around, finding a place that's warm, that's comfortable, that's comforting, a place where we're not alone, where we can laugh. I mean, who wants to go back into the storm? It's cold, it's wet, there's lightning, there's raucous shouting, it's risky out there, right? It's tempting to say, hey, safe, it's good enough, keep hate out, hold love in. Now, I'm not a songwriter, I don't have an alternative 3 words, but I will tell you right now, Unitarian Universalism can be a shelter, but it's not a bunker. So come into community, get dry, get warm, get fed, get blessed, and then light a chalice and take that love out into the world. I once read something inscribed in the entryway to a church, and it said, "This is a church with walls to keep the roof up, not people out." May we find refuge, sustenance, laughter. And I pray that the walls of every Unitarian Universalist community keep the roof up, but they don't keep our people in. Amen. Blessed be.